Now, today is World Food Day with a focus on migration. The theme for this year's celebration is Change the Future of Migration, Invest in Food Security and Rural Development. Large movements of people today are presenting complex challenges which call for global action. Many migrants arrive in developing countries, creating tension where resources are already scarce, but a majority, about 763 million, move within their own countries rather than abroad. With me here in the studio to discuss this is a farmer and food processor who is also a member of the National Cassava Processor Association, Femi Salami. Femi, good to have you on the Midday News at this time.
Thanks for having me.
Now, there are challenges, no doubt, with a large amount of people still suffering from poverty and, of course, food scarcity. What, from your experience as a farmer, what are some of those challenges that we're yet to see a world or a society free of hunger?
Well, basically, hunger is a result of unavailability of food, basically. And movement is occasioned by some basic things. Part of it is war, conflict, political instability, poverty. So people move in response to survival instinct. You need to live, you want the best good things of life. So that's what really informs movement. And when you move from one place to the other, it's because there is a paucity of available resources. That's where you are moving in the first instance. By the time you are getting to the other side, either from rural area to the urban area, the resources there too are scarce. So you're going to join the bad wagon, join the complex in the bigger society. And so because the resources are low, you tend to also, enter that space where there is so much challenge for these scarce food resources. So that's basically what causes hunger, either in the rural area or in the urban area. On inavailability, you don't have enough resources, food, to care for everyone.
But is it not ironical that these places that people move from, the rural areas, are where the food really is? Because a place like Nigeria, now that the land is rich and fertile, why are we still experiencing hunger? Is there a bit of, or is there a tint at all of corruption in this issue? Well,
basically, as I mentioned earlier on, people move because of basic things. Part of it is unavailable, or when you don't have resources in where you are staying, you tend to move. Now, rural area, naturally you expect things to be available, but the challenges, localizing it to our country, Nigeria, you see Boko Haram challenges, people that are located in northeastern area, we have to move. A lot of them are even in Lagos and many other, urban areas. Issue like herdsmen invasion of communities, that's what caused them. When herdsmen destroy large expanse of land, people there, either in response to survival, they want to move, and because those lands are destroyed, what they have even planted have been destroyed. Also, issue of climatic changes, even in Nigeria, you see some side of the northern part of Nigeria that's experiencing desertification. Those are some of the major causes where people move, despite the fact that where they are, the nature has placed them, they should naturally stay there.
All right, with the re-emergence of monkeypox in Nigeria, many analysts are criticizing the government of a reactionary measure rather than creating institutions in place or to forestall all these issues even before they arrive. Now, what would you say about this, bringing it to hunger and combating hunger in Nigeria? People are saying, why wait for you to hear news of people dying out of hunger? Why wait for a day like this when we can talk about it and bring up the issues to the fore? Why not create these institutions? You yourself as a farmer, as an analyst, how would you assess the government's measures to curb hunger in Nigeria?
Well, basically, we need to put the right structure in place, as you rightly mentioned, right institution. Take, for example, in Nigeria, how are we taking care of? Because one of the things you can use, quick win, to address issue of hunger is expand or increase your production, and what you produce, you process. That had been a major challenge in Nigeria. Our local content policies as regards agricultural policy had been an issue. We still prefer importing things. Now back to the question you asked about the monkeypox challenge. Why are people exposed to this virus? Is as a result of eating monkey, like bushmeat. And why people will be pushed to going all out? Because they do not have access to, affordable right set of resources for them to live. When herdsmen are destroyed their farmland, they don't know where to go to, and there's no strategic plan by government to either enumerate farms that have been destroyed with aim of replanting all those farms, and also working on food processing facilities in rural areas, so as to keep all these youth in their natural abode.
All right, we'll leave it here for now. Femi Salami, farmer and food processor, also a member of the National Cassava Processor Association. Thank you very much.
Thank you
again for your time on the Midday News.
Thank you.